people no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too dey talk. He too dey talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin dey the street dey hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don come. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don come, man of the masses. Oh yo yo, Maiyegun don come. Oh yo yo.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Maiyegun live. To those of you who are stumbling on this, waking up in America, waking up in South America, North America, and all these places, it is breakfast time, you will say. To everyone else, probably it is already lunch time. So we can match the two together, and we can call it brunch time with Maiyegun. This is new, and it's going to be regular. Just an update. Abi? Read the caption of the broadcast as usual. The description of the broadcast. It is an open mic. I mean, if you have something to say, the line is going to be open, and the contribution is going to be conversational. Okay, so call in, share yours. Okay, your views. But I'm going to be talking anyway. Nigeria versus Binance. The news in Nigeria right now is that the Nigeria Naira has been falling since Tinubu came to power because Binance has been trading, allowing Nigerians to trade on Binance. Now they wanted to collect 10 billion naira from them. You are welcome to the brunch time with Maiyegun's diary with Maiyegun on Maiyegun's diary political. And indeed, you can share this broadcast. Invite your friends and everyone that should be here, and do all you have to do. We will start in a minute. So good morning to you once again, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is brunch time with Maiyegun on Maiyegun's diary political as the odds. The Nigeria government that arrested, I told you that last night, for those of you who joined us on Maiyegun's diary political last night. Give me one sec. Right. Apologies. So yeah, to those of you who joined me last night on the primetime program, where I managed to kind of explain what could be going on between these rogues. And I said that they told them that if they don't stop Binance will destroy Nigeria economy, because Nigeria Naira is crashing because Binance allow Nigerians to use their platform for P2P, peer-to-peer exchange. And since I told you as well that they were reading, the Indian fined Binance billions of dollars. UK, US, they all fined Binance of billions of dollars for violating their money laundering act and money laundering laws. Make I explain that one better for you. You see, Binance, like you have all these crypto encrypted currencies, okay, hidden money or kind of resources like that in value. So what happened is that the countries like the United States of America, the United Kingdom, Great Britain, including the India, who find them. You know why? They said they traced terrorists using the platform to transact and pay themselves. For example, terrorists from Afghanistan who wants to pay the Hamas bombers or Hamas terrorists, or Al-Qaeda who wants to pay all of that shit you get. Instead of them moving the money through the financial system, number one, they encrypt them. So this is a crime that took the government of these countries a serious heavy work, investigation to come by and say, listen, we have traced a lot. We can't trace their money, but we've traced them towards you and now they transacted on your platform. And the reason why they were able to do that is because, well, digital currency they call crypto is encrypted. Encrypted in the sense that it's like anonymous, kind of. It can be anonymous. Okay, so financial system in the world today, for them to to sort of curb money laundering, human trafficking, drug trafficking, gun running, terrorism, and all of that, okay, to cut their financing network. Terrorists don't send their money through banks anymore. It's like saying Boko Haram want to buy guns. Do you think Boko Haram will just take the money and walk straight into a bank and deposit the money to the gun runner they want to give it to? Or do you think Boko Haram will pack all the 100 million or millions of money they want to use to buy gun and create them and give the cash to the gun runner? There are other easier ways that they also devised, which crypto has been helping them. For all these countries, they can't let that happen. Nigeria is not investigating terrorism. Nigeria is not investigating money laundering. That they can say, oh, Emefiole's money, we trace them, that when we're tracing and investigating, we saw that some of the money were converted to cryptocurrencies and they disappeared on Binance. Then you approach them and say, listen, even though you might have a confidential, confidentiality law to keep the personal record of your, people who subscribe to your platform away from us, but for security reason, we trace that those who looted this amount of money from Nigeria, they used Binance because that's what wrecked Nigeria. Here you follow me now. What wrecked Nigeria is that plutocrats, kleptocrats took over your country. You watched them for 8 years. They printed money, 27 trillion naira, equivalent of $50 billion. They were round tripping. Governors were converting naira to dollars, and the money was disappearing like that. Now, that should be the investigation. Okay? But that is not what Nigeria is looking for. They are not even giving names and say, we are looking for this person. No. Now, what happened is that they said they told them that the reason why Nigeria Naira and Nigeria Naira keep crashing, dollar keep rising, was because a lot of people prefer to trade on Binance instead of trading with the Central Bank of Nigeria. Don't forget that it is the same Nigeria Central Bank that created the old lacuna in the first place. So they created the BDC that are more possibly in possession of more dollars than the banks. Then they created the corruption or enabled the corruption within the banking system where they give a dollar allocation to banks and the banks sell them off to the BDC. They allowed all of this. So now They now blame all of you who went on the platform where you could indeed exchange your currencies for whatever you are dealing in. They believe that you are the ones who have made the Naira weaker. So making Naira weaker, it is better for them to kill the source where you all meet, not where all those over $100 billion was looted from Nigeria. Over $100 billion. I mean, if you are terrible in mathematics like me, you can't be terrible in calculating this. So 700,000 barrels of crude oil was being lost every day for 8 years under Bukwari. 700,000 barrels of crude oil. Baba, 700,000 times, what do you call it? Times 30. That is about 2.1 million or so. 2.1 million barrels. And that would be what? In fact, it's actually 21 million, not 2.1. 21 million barrels of crude oil was being stolen from Nigeria every month under the powerful, almighty giant or giant of Africa and their military and their security, because now this the people who are supposed to protect it, they were the ones who were actually like smuggling it. All this money, it got to a stage Nigeria was not even any dime from the crude oil anymore. Nigerians have no idea how much money they were making from crude oil anymore. It was pretty much like Nigeria was just existing. And the only news they were hearing was that they are borrowing money from China, borrowing money from here, borrowing money from Sukuk, borrowing money from whoever, even from the dead people. You all watched them for that 8 years where they completely annihilated the source of their revenue. Now, they still are not pursuing those who took that money per se. I mean, it's pretty much like they are lost. They have no idea. Okay? Because the intention itself is not actually to get the money back and give them back to you. The intention is if they see any money, they will loot it again. They're looting the loot the Nigerian way. Here you get. So the system now kind of invited the executives of Binance for a talk. Let's talk. Rather than them to at least, like other countries, and say, listen, you see these individuals, we want you to provide us their details for the sake of national security. We want to see what they have traded on your platform. And if you fail to do that, you will be held responsible for their crime and we are going to find you. They are not saying that. They said they told them that if they don't ban Binance, that is where Nigerians who have dollars, who have all of this, that's where they have hidden them. All of a way, you were scared of Nigeria Naira crashing. You converted your Naira to dollars. That little money that you are putting away is what they are coming for, not the real one looted from Nigeria for 8 solid years. Put all of that together, 21 million barrels every month. Baba, 42 plus 221, that's going to be like 263 million barrels of crude oil was being stolen from Nigeria every year for 8 years. Put a price on that and tell me that's not going to run into hundreds of billions of dollars. Where is the money? They do know. Here you get. So now they invited them and said, okay, yeah, they didn't present. They just said, we want all of the details of all Nigerians that have been using Binance all over the world. You see all of them away, even they abroad. Or your Binance account says you are a Nigerian. Here you get. They were asking for your details from these guys. Now, what they are looking for, nobody knows. However, they said they are doing it in order to save the Naira. How? There must be people who have done something. Like the rest of the world, they have done something that has harmed that country, security and otherwise, yeah? So, those people have names. There is something you are looking for. Something that has caused serious national damages to Nigeria, or Nigerian way. So I woke up this morning. Okay, yeah, the guys got to Abuja. When they got to Abuja, they met with Ribadu. And Ribadu was asking them to give them the details of all Nigerians that have been using Binance. That's going to probably be like, God knows, right? And then they also would want a Binance to, if they are satisfied, so they will now consider to allow Binance to operate in Nigeria, but they must have office in Nigeria. You remember when they banned Twitter and these numbskulls, these Abobakus, the Agbadorians, the Bat Idiot, the Bat Stats, they were so grateful. They said, yes, ban Twitter. If Twitter want to, they must come and open office in Nigeria. They sent Laya Mohammed to America to go and meet with Twitter executive. Nobody probably met with him. He was rolling and, sort of roaming about the entire street, taking pictures. Nobody met with him. At the end of the day, they finally put back, reinstated or allowed people to use Twitter on Nigerian networks because election was coming and they needed to use the Twitter. Remember? So that's exactly what they are trying now. Emefiole said the reason why Nigeria Naira was crashing was because of Aboki FX, remember? So they decided to ban them in Nigeria, ban every of their platform and all of that. Naira still never recovered. And today, in 9 months, Tifnumbu and his Tifnumbu nomistees, they took Nigeria Naira from 700 Naira to over 1,800 Naira to $1. And then it started after all the all of that, and a few injection of whatever is left of their forex right into the system, controlling how much people exchange the money temporarily. Then they brought it down to 1,600, and they were wondering why all of you are not celebrating that it is now 1,600. Do you understand? So now I woke up this morning, and just like I predicted last night, the same people who told them that if they don't stop Binance and your P2P payment system, they will destroy Nigeria economy. So they put the blame on them. The same roadside tagbirus that are giving them economic advices, right? They also told them, see, India find them so billion. America find them so billion. This is find them so. They didn't know that America did not find Binance. India did not find Binance. United Kingdom did not find Binance because Binance is destroying dollar, destroying pounds, or destroying the rupee. They find them because Binance will not release the details of their subscribers, and these countries suspected that these subscribers, the Binance users, who are partly. I don't want to. Let me be careful with how I use that. The Binance users in these countries, right, have been linked to terrorist activities, money laundering, and the rest of that. They are under investigations in their countries. And since Binance won't give those details, or they figure out that Binance somehow try to hide some details in the course of the investigation of these individuals or this group of people, right? Finance got fined. Nigeria is not even putting up any challenge or any question per se. Nigeria is not presenting anything to say, this is the risk that Binance posed. But they woke up this morning and they said, $10 billion. That's the final price. I wonder how these guys will even see Nigeria when they read it themselves and say, Nigeria has said that Binance has violated the Nigerian Central Bank financial blah, blah, blah. And because of this, it has affected Nigerian Naira. And because of this, we need $10 billion from Binance. $10 billion. Remember, they are already borrowing money everywhere. Anywhere with the fiscal money, they just put the dollar in. That is how they are trying to rescue your Naira. The way these wearies are rescuing your Naira is to go and look for dollars that they can pump into some few hands and tell them how to sell those dollars. But what happened after they sell all those dollars, then there is nothing left anymore, all those forex, and people need more for trade and the rest of that. What's going to happen to demand and supply then? Tifnumbunomics is called. So some of you probably don't see it as shooting yourselves on the foot, by the way, thinking these guys are doing something. Give them time. They have all the time in the world. Do you think they are in a hurry? Let us give them time. We should stop blaming and complaining. It is just a 1-year government. Give them time, blah, 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 blah. Papa, why are you stressing yourself? They have all the time. See, Bokwari had all the time. Abi, you gave him all the time. I wish you could give him more, Abi. Do you wish you could give him more? If Numbu have all the time, this Shege and Bansa together will last you for 8 years. So you give them time. What you are listening to is just to make you understand what you are going to have to live with for those years that you are choosing. Last night, I was asking people that even though they are stealing everything from you, they are not asking you, but you can take all of that back as well. 8 years of your lives was kind of pretty much like gambled away, wasted by the Boko Haram and jihadist criminals. So, another 8 years is already in the offing. I told you this before. If anybody is telling you that, continue to cry. Now, so I go cry for 8 years. After he finish, he will now go to Erufai. Baba, we are all here. See, right now, even those of you that were jumping up and down on his man debt, you shall buy. On his pampas, you shall kill. On his pampas, Bola on his diapers, Bola on his pampas, you shall buy. Now everybody they cry, mama, don't they make yourself feel good? You these people, you this hater, Stephen Numbu will succeed, Baba. As long as Boko Haram succeeded, he will succeed too. Now everybody they cry. Do you really think it is like in fashion anymore? It's no longer in vogue for you to look at people and say, continue to cry. Now, so you go cry for 8 years. Baba, even people are they want you to have that 8 solid years. May everybody feel May everybody feel like you did with Boko Haram, ×2 ×10 of that of Boko Haram. So waiting go give everybody sense. Baba na hunger or the fear of it. Hunger or the fear of hunger. Poverty or the fear of poverty. Don't they deceive yourself. Tell me, say you know they worried. God is blessing me. Me, I'm thanking God. Me, I'm not complaining. All of you that are complaining is because you hated Tifnumbu. All of you is because you hated Nigeria. Continue to deceive yourself, okay? 8 years. Abi, Shejumelu. You will have it when they are done with you. If you survive, you will not have that gut to tell anybody again that they will cry 8 years for your foolishness. You self go with blood. You know they see? Look around. You go cry blood. You go run for help. And see, as I said, the entire place don't turn to dust already. Everybody they collect, even those who claim to be rich. Look around you now, Baba. You can no longer shakara anybody with. You go cry for 8 years. Continue to cry. Continue to complain. No. What we are doing is that we are making people understand the situation they are in without having to pretend or live in denial, without having to make themselves vulnerable to chancers, religious scammers, pastorpreneurs, those who are going to be sick. No. When you understand the situation, you know where things are coming at you. And that's why a lot of people who kind of knew this before, they believe that it's expected. So it's now up to you. Can you hold your hunger for 80 years? If this is crying, some of us can cry for like this for 80 years comfortably. You don't know. Somebody like me can cry like this for 80 years. Because I won't be hungry. Do you understand? And there is difference between the tear of hunger and the tear of anger. So you can call mine anger. Yours will kind of be like, and that one is more excruciating. Excruciating. Very, very kind of lawlessness. In Yoruba, it is the kind of hunger that will kill people. You are hungry, they are hungry. While everyone is there waiting for a miracle, one don't die, pass, two don't die, 3, 4. You are still hungry, you are still alive, and you are thanking God. Thank God, oh. Thank God that this hunger never kill me, oh God. Because this hunger never kill me, it means that you get plan for me. Is that not how you pray? God, I want you to change my situation. AK don't die. Casey don't die. Lola don't die because of hunger. I'm in pain, God, but I know you keep me alive for a purpose. Only purpose you can. They're just keeping you alive for the next meal. Eh? Sorry, I've got my guys on TikTok with us. So we're like on the 2 screen tonight, or many screens, I would say. So yes, mind you, my line is still pretty much open. So what I'm saying is that a lot of us are more concerned about the reality of what is existing in Nigeria and the source. So if you are comfortable still pointing fingers, no wahala. You get them? But for those who need to know, there are those who will not be patient for that 8 years because lives will be lost. Yes. Women, children, elderly, the aged, the vulnerable, and the rest of them. Right now, nobody really cares for them. Nobody in that your system. The chances. So you see that 8 years of crying, we will cry differently because me, I feel sit down inside AC chilled range sports or range vogue 2024. I just say imagine how things are like, what the hell is this? Why is this that? It's different from somebody where they push carts and Agbero is taking money from you. Agbero who also have 2 hands, 2 legs, like you, but they can't walk. But you walking, pushing carts, pushing, then they will come to you and say, yeah, Oda, where's money? Give us money. Able-bodied men like you, they will take money from you. And then the police will come. They say, why did you leave your car there? Worse. And while you are looking at all of that, maybe in a pickpocket, another hustler will just grab your purse or your wallet, boom. And before you know, the old chaos, and you just sit down there and start crying. God, what is going on with this country? This country is... Isn't a different thing. Me have the cry say, they look for petrol. No filling station opened to sell petrol. And I'll be sad. What am I going to do tonight? How am I going to put on the generator tonight, for God's sake? What kind of country is this? This country is... Somebody there will say, now just to buy one cup of rice to feed their family, they don't get. All of them sit down like this. Papa, mama, they tell their children, all of you, go to bed early. Eat in your dream, okay? And please make sure that you don't eat anything sugary. Okay, I don't have money for jetty. All of now, yeah, go to bed. Eat in your dreams. Sweet dreams. But me, I did inside my AC can, I'm complaining that I can't buy petrol. There are 2 different things. Oh, somebody come now. We are talking about dollars here. Hey, what kind of a country is this? This country is so useless. I'm unable to... What happened, sir? I'm unable to buy dollars to pay for my child's school fees in the US. I said, oh, this country is so bad, sir. Very, very wrong. Very useless, wrong. Said, what kind of... I said, okay. Somebody there will be saying now only just 25,000 naira remain pay for school fees, or else it's going to drop out, and that's his life. Done for 25,000 naira. You go on Facebook. Somebody they will look for $10,000, $20,000. He's angry, he can't get it. But you, where they say you won't pay your school fees, 150,000 naira. You did Facebook, they beg. Please help, somebody should help me. Please, God will help everybody. Anybody that is kineko. So a stranger will come and say, yeah, you take 150, go pay your school fees. So you wait for the next one. You not say that there are 2 different complaints, Abi. They are not the same. 2 different tiers, not the same. You understand? And there is also another one that you should know. A rotten system like that of Nigeria is so dangerous for you. To those of you, they do, I better pass my neighbor. You know, a lot of us, when I was younger, I used to believe that all I needed was just to make it. You know, that kind of making it means you have money, you could buy anything, you could help people. People could come to you and say, please help me, and you know that stuff. That is the sign of making it. It was when I grew up that I realized that majority of us were raised with that greedy mindset, selfishness. It is innocent, okay? But it is intentional. And that is why a lot of us grew up to become people who are, who are like striving to be better than their neighbor. You know that? Where they will say, their dad has just been promoted. They just gave him a new car. Oh, they just, you know, that stuff. Man, their own life done better. They just, it just made some money or something like that. That just kind of changed your life. That everybody can tell. And they'll say, wow, I remember when he used to live on our streets. You know, they'll say, man, life. Remember when their dad used to live on our street before they become that rich, because everybody is now trying to become better than their neighbor innocently, until you grow up and you realize that a rotten system is not in your interest. Let me explain. A rotten system where you become so selfish and all you care about is yourself and how to be better than your next neighbor, no matter what it takes. The impressionist lifestyle, we want to impress them, want to do this. There are those things that actually spread into our society, or spread into your government, that greed, that selfishness. But that has now created a sort of a rigged system that is so dangerous that even when you become better than your neighbor, all right, when you think you are better than your neighbor, right, the rotten system, a rigged system, is always there posing the risk of sending you back to the worst situation even than that your neighbor. That's what a rigged system is like. Now, let me explain that again. Or should I explain further? Let's say, okay, you don't pass your neighbor now. You don't go buy a car. You build a house. Your children are going to a better school. Your business is fine. And everything is all right, okay? No wahala. Now, the criminals in government that you are paying your taxes to, right? They take your taxes, they acquire foreign education for their children, buy properties abroad, loot wherever they can, and just fritter the whole thing away. Medical facilities were not provided. Motorable and safe roads are not provided. Security is not there, and all of that, those dangerous things that have now become everyday mental sums for some of you right now, okay? So now all of these problems they have now created, they have now put you and whatever that better past your neighbor that you have worked all your life to achieve, now put that at risk. You could be kidnapped and all your wealth, all your money could be taken away from you as ransom. Yes, the economy could be so devalued that your business could be losing its own value little by little until you will fold up. You may fall sick, just one step away from the hospital. You know, some of you are just one single step away from poverty. Even though you appear to be struggling now, you appear to be a little bit stable now. But one single sickness alone, last somebody, once you end up in the hospital and they start asking you for money, you begin to sell houses, you begin to borrow money, you begin to, and that is what I mean, to save your life and save your health, then you will lose all your wealth. One step away from poverty. That's what greed has done. So I want to be better past my neighbor. I want to be better past my neighbor. That is why criminal politicians will use money meant for the general hospital to build themselves mansions where they can host party meetings. I want to be better past my neighbor. I want to be better past my neighbor. That is why you are so comfortable that it is easier to turn warehouses to praying centers, where people now go go and pray for jobs. All this selfishness, all this self-centeredness, they are like somehow there. We were raised to be like that. And innocently to not so innocent. But when you begin to look at life generally now, you now realize that, Now, true, I feel feed myself now. I'm not complaining about hunger. I get my own house, I dey live, I know the parents. All this while I've got my little business I'm doing. My life is all right. I'm not rich, I'm not poor. So it's none of my business if anybody because you are like that, right? It's none of your business if other people are hungry or what have you. Why are they complaining? Why don't you go and look for a job? Why are you complaining? Do you want government to do everything? Instead of you to go and look for a job because you are comfortable, right? But meanwhile, you are just a little way. One single slide into that poverty. And then you realize that the same question you're asking people will kind of ask you. What happened to your wealth? What did you do with your business? How come all you say, you say, but life is like that. I lost my business because I was sick. I was so sick. I thought I was going to die. Oh, really? Some of us didn't have any business, of course, because the system didn't really give us that space to have a business, right? But we had something going for us too. It was all taken away from us. And when we now say this was happening to us and you thought they were just lazy, don't mind them. They don't want to do anything. It's about the risk system. So why am I saying all of that? Is that when you have jokers, the clowns, especially career criminals in charge of your destiny, it is not a game to think you can tell people that if they are not comfortable with what they are doing, they can just go and leave Nigeria. Abi, is that not what you tell people? Leave Nigeria. Or if you can't leave Nigeria, continue to cry. You will cry for 8 years. You will shake kiniko for 8 years. It's because you are not thinking. You are not. And it's all right. Life itself is a teacher. The more you live is the more you learn. 8 years. Do not say that to anybody that they will cry for 8 years. A lot of you are already crying. Do not pretend about that. And it's not because you hated Tifnumbu or you like Tifnumbu. If you say because people don't like Tifnumbu or APC, Baba, what happened to you? You will like them. You never ask yourself that and say, okay, wait, all these people, it's because they don't like Tifnumbu. Maybe that is why Nigeria is not blah, 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 blah. Everybody is just cursing and cursing him instead of them to be praying for him. Okay, read. Let's say some people, they curse him. Okay, because they don't want him. They've never wanted him. And they were right not to want him. Okay. Now you wanted him. No, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you. Abubaku. Yeah. Oh, weary. Why are you looking back? You, I'm talking to you. Yeah. Are you not an Abubaku? Do you not have something to say to me? Of course you do. You must have something to say to me. Right? But listen, just listen for a moment. Me, I don't like Tifnumu because I know he's a criminal. And there is evidence of that. Evidence Yakpa. Okay? I also know Tifnubu as a criminal that is emergence is going to dip you further, not only into poverty, into a complete chaos. And I am right. And he will prove me right. I promise you. But whatever I feel like, whatever I think, and all of that stuff, whatever I wish, they are totally inconsequential to whatever Tifnumbu and his criminal team will do to you, or can do, or cannot do. So if me not like them, what about you? You like them now. You love Tifnumbu now. You want him to succeed, Abi? You want him to make Nigeria better, Abi? That's your wish. How come your own wish and prayer is not working for Tifnumbu to now be fixing Nigeria? How come now our own, we no want and we no like and we no they wish, you know what I mean? We know they wish and well. How come now our own wish they work on top of them? You know, ask yourself. If anybody tells you that they are just trying to deceive you, that it doesn't make any sense. If your own love and whatever for him cannot help him to make your life better, and you want us to love him, so you think our own love go come make him give you a better economy? I'm just asking you, it's a common sense question. It is their decisions their actions that will either make or mar your lives. You see, this idea of no matter how bad Nigeria become, God will never let you and your family suffer it. It's one of the most stupidest, foolish, selfish prayer I've ever heard. And some of you in this age and time, you are saying that to yourself. You are ignoring facts. You are praying that you'll be spared. All of this will not affect me. I mean, I have faith. I know all of you. It's everybody that doesn't like Tiff Numbu. Now them they complain, say their life is sad. My own life is not hard, though. My life is not hard, though. Because I am praying for your president in other stuff, right, Baba? It's one of the most stupid things I've heard. You are not spared. It's either you are mad or you are mad. Nobody is spared. Whether you like him or you don't. Whether you supported him or you don't. Whether you wanted him to succeed or not. Nothing really matters than their own actions. It is what they are doing. They were the ones who continued a Mayfield-less policy. It's a Mayfield-less policy under Bokuwari that dipped you into this mess. Now, instead of them to cut it down, they have continued it. But they are telling you, it will favor you and your family. Life doesn't work that way. Here you get. Wishes don't rule a country. Do you understand? It is the actions of men that rules a country, good or bad. And for these roads, nobody needs to tell you if it's good or bad. Now, how long you want to keep that is up to you. But you see them blaming Binance, telling themselves that they could get 10 billion. Shishi, no go get from Binance. No be so they work. Sure, you understand? No be so. So what Binance will do is just to remove Nigerian Naira from their platform, and they can kiss Nigeria goodbye. So it will now be up to all of you who are using their platform for whatever your deal is to find another means around it or go for something else. Because Binance is not the only one doing the P2P and all that stuff, the payment system, including crypto. So they've banned crypto in Nigeria. Mayfield banned crypto. He was trading in crypto himself. Majority of them in government were trading in crypto. They have crypto apps on their phones, but they ban it from Nigerians by telling networks, all the network providers in Nigeria, never to allow anybody to access the app. But they had it. Then Tifnubu came, he unbanned crypto. And it was like, oh, yes. And then they banned it again to save the Naira. Ridiculous, yeah? And they're not like, So now everybody did what? Now everybody they collect. So the bottom line is this. You want things to work. And give me 1 second. What have I done? Sorry, I kind of highlighted my entire screen and then everything disappeared. You know? So for last month, they have put the blame of the Nigerian Naira's crash on crypto. Now, when they on Binance. So in the next 1 or 2 months, when Naira hits 2,500 Naira to $1, I hope they will have somebody else to blame, because you are not getting any $10 billion from anywhere. That you are reading the Indian, this US that you are not collecting any $10 billion from anywhere. Because even if they give them the $10 billion, it will be stolen. Now here you go hear them, you no go see them. Not so. Because according to them, yesterday they were like salivating. Don't release them. Don't release them until you take some crypto from their bank. Take 15 billion from them. You must take money from them. It's like as if to say, those guys are now hostages in Nigeria by the Nigerian government. This Brit, an American who represented Binance, hoping that they were going to meet reasonable people to sit down and see what is the problem. How can we be of help? Seriously, that was the plan. Oh. That was what we had. Oh. Those two guys traveled to Nigeria to meet with the Nigerian government and say, what is the problem? How can we help? Only for Nigerian government to say, see, this is a directive. We need you to give us all the details of Nigerians using Binance on your platform now. Okay? And then we take it on from there. And they can't really do that. If that's going to happen, it's not going to be done by those two guys. They are just representatives of the platform, Abi. So you arrested them. Then you ban them. Then you fine them. So I hope they will just take them and hold them and force them to give the password of their crypto account and all that. And they will take the money. I don't know. That's what we had to do. 10 billion Naira. So that they can use that to save Nigeria Naira. Yes, my line is opened to everybody who might want to participate in this. But let me show you something. 2 days ago, this young man, I think they call it the place a Breath Hotel, or I don't know. It will tell you. So this young man, among those who probably felt like it is time for them to return back to the Eastern Nigeria, including those who are from abroad, reinvesting in the East, bringing everybody back to the East, bring the investment back, bring all the money back, and improve the economy of Eastern Nigeria, like we've kind of been,